Good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Tuesday. It was a beautiful 80 degrees today. We finally had like a nice, warm, sunny day outside. We got through a whole bunch of, yes, it is a new mic. Well, actually, it's an old mic. I just never really showed it before. Um, I'm trying new setups as I kind of go along, ever evolving. um, but it was 80 degrees last night. I had one heck of a storm for a half a second. It poured in the middle of me doing a delivery on a on a shop and deliver from Spark, and finally we had some gorgeous weather today. Okay, so let's say hi to everybody. Hey, Gary from Middleton Technologies. How are you? Hey, Thomas. Hey, Mr. Eclectic. How are you? Dina from Louisiana. Hi from New Jersey. Hi, Irene. Oh, you're from Michigan. Michigan in the house. Hey, Robert. How are you? Yes, it is a new mic. Like I said, always trying to change it up on you guys, make it a little bit more exciting as we go along. I was having a whole bunch of like mic issues for a while, so I'm like, you know what? Let me just go right for the gusto and go for a whole brand new setup. So, hey, Josh, how are you? Um, hey, Christopher, how are you? Hey, Tony, what's up? You're picking up a passenger. Well, take care of that passenger and be safe, please. Hey, Jenny, how are you? I'll say hi to Gary again. Hey, DoorDash Red, how are you? Oh, it's 102 by you, Christopher. Okay, so I'm happy with my 80 degrees. Oh, Flex, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hi, Mr. Flex. And how's it going? It's going pretty good. I'm having a good week this week, which we'll get into in a little bit. But yes, $300 days back to back. We'll go into my summer. I call it summer badness. Last year, a lot of you guys were complaining about summer slowdown, and in my area, it just literally ramps up like crazy in the summer, just because I think I'm by the shore area and I'm by a shore town. So a lot of it has to do with a lot of touristy things that are happening around my area. You drive 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Yeah, good for you. And okay, so we're gonna actually get this party started tonight. So, guys, I'm actually going to put in the link to StreamYard right now. If you would like to chat with me, talk with me, say hi, ask me any questions, you don't have to show your face. You can, put the camera on. I don't want to say mute, that's more for volume, but you can turn the camera off and just do audio. So you're more than happy to join me tonight. I'm going to ask though that it's one at a time. So I'm not, I can only talk to one person. So it's a little bit more personable, but I will, going to put the link in right now. So bear with me. And hopefully you guys join me tonight. I will say this is a family friendly show, so please keep it clean and keep it respectful. That's the only thing I ask when you join me tonight, but please feel free to join me as I'm going to just kind of go through my week and what happened and kind of go from there. Oh, hey, Ellen, how are you? Rika, how are you? Welcome. We have a whole bunch of, hey, Daphne, I didn't even see you there. As people are coming in. Also, while I'm kind of getting set up for everything, if you guys are new to my channel, hi, I'm Kim from Kim's Side Money Plans. Welcome. I'm here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Easter time. That is, I'll be honest, I don't know what it is in Pacific time, but I know in Easter time it's 8 p.m. I am here if you're new, so don't forget to subscribe before you leave today. Also, everybody who's here right now, don't forget to give this live a thumbs up. So, yeah, I'm so excited you're here, Ellen. I was just watching your video today because I know you just uploaded, I think, what was it, yesterday? So I was actually, I feel like Tuesdays are, because I take Tuesdays off, are usually like my catch up on YouTube and videos and comments and all that fun stuff. So I feel like I've been trying to get caught up as much as I possibly can. Okay, it's 5 p.m. Pacific. Thank you for putting in that in there because I'm so bad with time zones. So if you can, well, I think I already said this, but don't forget to give this live a thumbs up. So kind of go through my current week and what's happening this current week. So obviously I'm here with you guys tonight. Wednesdays at 3 p.m. I am with UDM at UDM's channel with Gig Talk Live. That's 3 p.m. Eastern. And then I'm excited because I am now joining on Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. I think it's 6 p.m. Pacific. I am joining Rideshare Rodeo's the Rodeo Roundtable panel with a whole bunch of fantastic people. So on that panel is Hannibal is Hungry. Gary's here, so from Middleton Technologies, and also Steve from Rideshare Rodeo. So the brain power that is on that panel, hopefully I can keep up with you guys and bring something to the table. So that's going to be on Thursday nights at 9 p.m. going forward. So I'm actually really, really excited. Um, yes, it has been really busy for me, YouTube wise and also gig wise. So I guess we'll kind of dive right into my week that I've been having this whole past week. And we'll kind of go from there. Once again, if you guys, and Ellen, I think you're here, you're with us on Thursday too, if I'm not mistaken. So Ellen will be joining us on Thursday as well. If I got that wrong, correct me, but I think Ellen, you're here on Thursday as well. Um, so yeah, keep those guys in check now. They might need to keep me in check. I don't know. We'll see. um, but I just think it's going to be so much fun. I feel like I've completely come out of my shell, so to speak, man. The very first time I ever did a live, I think it was like 6 months ago, and I was so nervous. I'm like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, and of course, chatty Kathy here, I just kind of dove right into it. And it's my way of overcoming a lot of my own personal fears and just kind of diving right into that. So yeah, so here I am now, three lives in the week on top of doing gig work as well. So that's kind of my busy week coming up this week and also going forward. So once again, if you guys want to join, I put the link. Hopefully the link went through. If it didn't, just let me know. But please keep it to one at a time. But I would love for some of you guys to come join me tonight so we can actually chat it up a bit. So, okay. So yeah. So Thomas, it has been, hey, Robbie, how are you? It's been a crazy week as far as um, everything, like everything. In my specific area, um, summer time, good, I should say, good weather hits. It usually starts around like Mother's Day, and it kind of keeps ramping up from there. Memorial Day is like the next big thing for my area. And then once um, that kind of hits, it's kind of Jersey Shore heaven around my area. And a lot of people come from New York, come from Pennsylvania, they kind of come from all over to be by the Jersey Shore and go to a lot of like their summer houses. That's like during the summer, I kind of switch my location a little bit to closer to the shorelines just because when people are coming, especially on Friday nights, are coming from other areas, a lot of times they get to their summer homes and order DoorDash, Uber Eats, or Grubhub a lot of the time. And it's it's pretty amazing. And I actually really started seeing it, but yes, all the bennies is correct, Anthony. Very much true. Um, so yeah, I actually really look forward to the summer. But the one thing that I really learned, especially these past couple of days, I've always, not always, but I Spark is somewhat new to me. I still feel like I'm learning how to incorporate it into like food delivery and grocery delivery and with Walmart Spark shop and delivery. So I feel like I've been challenging myself to do a lot more Spark deliveries just because obviously they are better paying. And what I've really learned this past couple of days is um, using Spark to my advantage has not only increased my earnings, but have also increased, or I should say, decreased my time out on the road. The other day, I only, not to say only, but as a full timer, I only worked 9 hours yesterday and still, went for the gusto and went out after that $300 day. And 75% of my day was just on Spark, and their incentives are pretty amazing. So I would challenge everybody out there in the gig world, experiment with different apps um, in your own area. You never know what is going to be better in your area. You never know if you're going to find that one app that is going to make your goal quicker and get you home. And like that's like literally my biggest thing lately, especially, you know, family time and being home with the family and being home with my daughter who, just started school. And, how do I make the money and then also come home and be mom? And that is probably one of, the best things that I've done in the past like weekend. But the one thing is um the other day, though, a majority of my day was just food delivery, just because the weekend was just crazy busy with food delivery, especially on Saturday. We had some rainy weather here, and that's another thing. Like rainy weather here, just really brings out a lot of deliveries in my area as well. So oh, Dashby, you did Spark today. That's awesome. I know a couple of you guys were leaving comments that you guys were starting Spark this week. I feel like I had a lot of growing pains to do when I first started Spark, but I feel like when I started Spark was the same week my Walmart started Spark. And there were a lot of kinks that they needed to work out and a lot of areas of improvement. And then my biggest contention this week with even shop and delivers, and this even goes for DoorDash. And I know I talked a little bit about this last week, but if there's anybody here from New Jersey, I know Thomas, you're here from New Jersey. Anthony, I can't remember if you're in North Jersey or you moved away from New Jersey and came back. I can't remember. I'm sorry, but I know you know a lot about New Jersey. Um, oh, the plastic ban bag, the ban on plastic bags in New Jersey. It's been, oh, it's been a little nutty doing some shop and delivers this week. And um, it's just I guess, a new way of New Jersey life here. I don't know what else to say besides that. I'll be honest, I feel awkward just leaving items on people's porch is, but I have like a whole verbiage that I actually use before I go to the customer's house. I text them I'm on my way in the new New Jersey bag program, and please leave bags or containers on your porch. And no one ever responds. And I feel like I'm doing due diligence and still calling the customer before I even get there. And then they finally answer their phone and they're like, "Oh, I forgot about that. You don't have a reusable bag?" And I'm like, "No, unfortunately, I don't." And yeah, that's really funny, Drew. That's really funny, Tony. I don't, I don't, I won't even go there, Tony. So we'll keep it at that. But yes, I at least I joined. I'll say the Mike Club. Let's put it that way. Um, as far Walmart is weird. They don't so you don't pay at Walmart, you just scan a QR code at checkout. So it's not like you pay for anything with a card. And Walmart's stance on this plastic bag ban is that you're supposed to contact the customer to let them know you're on your way and to ask them for them to leave bags or containers on their porch so we can transfer the items um, to their porch. I just feel like it's just awkward. I don't know if if you guys come encounter with this or have like helpful tips. Like that's the only tip that I can really say that's been working with me. Like communication, communication, communication with your customer. Um, uh, all I got. It's definitely been challenging. There's word out on the street that as of like the end of May, usually Walmart gives away the reusable bags for food delivery, and that it's actually really nice. But at the end of the month, they said that might go away itself. That when you do even like a pickup of a grocery order, that as drivers we're supposed to be providing the bags, our own bags. They're supposed to load up the bags and we're supposed to transfer it from the bags to the customer's porch. I don't know how reliable that is. I don't know. But that would be like you would like as a driver, you would need to have a lot of reusable bags in your car if you're picking up two orders from Spark, even if one's 40 items and even if another one is like 50 items, that's like 90 items you need to put in reusable bags. I don't know. That's been, like I said, it's been my biggest challenge this week is the reusable bag program. Thomas, Kim, batched orders are the worst in Spark. They are. I will. I almost came close to doing one. Hey, Lisa, how are you? I came close to doing one yesterday, just because the one it was 14 miles, I believe it was. It was 12 deliveries, which to me is like 12 deliveries like that. I'm like, it's gonna take me like 2-ish hours, but it was $45 and they had a $5 incentive, so it would have been $50. So it would have hit my bare minimum for $25 an hour if it took me 2 hours. So I was really close to taking it, and I'm like, Kim, what are you doing? Don't do it, don't do it. So tell me, would you guys have taken that order? So $45 plus a $5 incentive, so it would have been $50, 14 miles, 12 drop offs. So that was the order. Let me know. Would you guys have taken that? Was I stupid enough not to take it? I just have like that last batched order that like I did, and I'm like I had like nightmares of that order. Like I just didn't. Oh, I don't know. Let me know if you guys would have done that. I'm just curious if you guys would have done it. Christopher, I did try the dark berry Dr. Pepper. I actually found it. I didn't find it in any like Wawas or Quick Checks. I actually found it in a supermarket of all places, and I'm like, oh, I have to like I had to buy it and I had to take a picture and I sent it to you. So I was actually really excited to share with you that I actually tried the dark berry. But to me, it almost tasted grape fish more than berry. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I feel like there was like grape undertones for whatever reason. Oh, Spark and Anthony, Spark in your area is full. Keep on the waiting list. If you can get in to Spark, I am a very firm believer in Spark. Um, Robert, you signed up for Spark last night. Nothing else happened. I don't know. I signed up. They asked me for my background check. My background check came back within, I think, 24 hours, and like the next day I was on working Walmart Spark. It was a pretty easy process, but I've heard from a couple of you guys that you've been waiting a little while once you signed up for it. So only thing I can say is, maybe contact support if it doesn't come back quick enough, just to kind of see where you're at in the process, because that's the only thing I can really think of to actually tell you guys to do. Okay, so Gary, you said that you don't like to shop already, so it would definitely make me not do it. Okay, so thank you, Thomas. I really appreciate it. So I hate grocery shopping. Literally, like that's the reason why I haven't done Instacart. Well, Corner Shop isn't in my area, so I can't really do Corner Shop. But one of the reasons I've stayed away from Instacart. Like I hate grocery shopping for myself, not or along someone else. And I feel like I need to like pat myself on the back this week. I've expanded my horizons because when I'll be honest, I was a little afraid to do the shop in delivers for Walmart. And then I looked into one and they were paying me $20 to go shopping for a box of rice. I think that was this past week. And I'm like, why wouldn't I just go in and grab a box of rice for $20? And what I really like about Walmart shop and deliver is they actually tell you the aisle number and the section. So there's like no guesswork. And like they automatically give you the substitutions that the customer wants, and if they don't have a substitution, you move on. It's not like DoorDash or Uber Eats or even Instacart that you have to contact the customer, wait for them to get back to you, figure out what substitution they want. It's a very seamless process. And I've actually been making some really good money off of shop and delivers off of my Walmart. So try it because I know you. I feel like you have a story for me, Gary, and I'm dying to know what that story is. So, even if you want to jump on and share with us your Spark story, anybody else? Once again, if you want to join me tonight and hop on, yeah, you know what? I will share the link again in the comments just in case you guys missed it, and you guys can join me. Okay. Thomas, you said a customer called you out for not having a bag, like it's my fault. I feel like my rating went down yesterday, but only like by one. But the only reason why I can think of is because they didn't respond to my text or their phone, like my phone call, and they just saw their items on their porch. There was one time I was doing delivery, and it was just ended raining, and I put it in the best location or the driest location I can possibly find. But I tried texting, I tried calling, and no one answered. So only thing I can do is leave it on their porch, and that could have been the customer. But I feel like, man, it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna get worse before it gets better. And every time I talk to a customer this week about the bag program, some of them were like, "Yeah, just leave it on the porch. I don't care." And some of them were like, "Oh, I forgot about the bag program. You don't have extra?" I'm like, "No, I'm using mine. Sorry." But it's been a challenging week for New Jersey with the bag program. I thought I was the only one kind of struggling with it. I'll be honest, I was struggling with it personally too. Like I can't tell you how many times like I go into a grocery store and had to go like right back out because I forgot my reusable bags. I'm like, oh man, I forgot them in the car and had to turn around and go back. And then usually if I have like my daughter in tow and have to we both have to go back to the car and get the reusable bags, go back in, the pain in the butt. Oh, and a customer curse you out for not having a bag. Like, yeah, I actually went on to Amazon too this week just to price out how much of like I bought like my own reusable bags, like how much of an expense it would be. It's even on Amazon, it's an expense. So I don't know whether I'm really, unless it's like a really good customer, like I don't know whether I am willing to put out that expense just for a customer service score. I don't know. Should be interesting in the coming weeks to follow, but I feel like I'm doing everything I possibly can on it. I just think our customers' expectations sometimes are a little bit greater than what than what they're actually getting. So Anthony, you're jealous of the order amounts I get there. I'm telling you, Spark has been on fire lately. That's yesterday. It was just Spark order. But what I hey Miss Gig, how are you? Um, one thing I've been learning, and this is another, I feel like this also comes with time. Like I feel like I'm a newbie all over again, and I feel like I'm repetitive. So I apologize if I'm a repetitive in a lot of my videos, but my Walmart is in a different DoorDash zone, and I don't normally work in that area because it's about 7 to 8 miles away. So I've been learning a whole new area for DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub is still in the same zone. Uber Eats, you can go anywhere. But um, oh man. Okay, Gary, I'm gonna bring you in. Hi, Gary. Let's see. Hey, Gary, how are you?
Hi, Kim.
How's it going?
Seems like it's been a while.
I know. I was just telling you last week. I'm like, I feel like you're like a long lost friend that I haven't been in contact with.
I know, and we talk every week.
I know we do. So
Yeah,
I'm dying to know. Can you tell me your? Are you good to tell me your
yeah.
car story?
I can tell you. I mean, I'm not waiting on anything. I was just waiting to talk to you.
Go for it.
And so, okay, so I finally signed up for Spark. Well, I've been signed up. You know that. And so the other day, I had to go to a bank, and I was like, oh, there's a Walmart right down the street from me. I was like, so let me go online here and start this Spark thing. And the first time I ever downloaded Spark, I didn't know that the Spark Now button was the actual online button. Why don't they just call that the online button? Like, I don't understand that. And so, Rideshare Lisa walked me through it one day. She told me, hey, you got to click the Spark Now and select the time and blah, blah, blah. So I did that, and I didn't realize that I was going to get blown up with like 94,000 offers
You must
from
have a busy area.
every Walmart around me, not just the one that I'm close to. And so I did take my first one the other day, and I get there, and I didn't know. Whenever I pick up my own order from Walmart, I go to the orange spot, I hit my number, and they bring it out to me. Whenever you do DoorDash, you do the same thing. You go to the little orange area and you pick a number, they bring it out to you. With Spark, you don't do that. But the app told me, it said go to the orange pickup spot. I'm like, okay, went there, and the guy comes out and he goes, what's the name? And I told him the name. He goes, I don't see it. So, and I only had one pickup, just one person. And so he goes back in, he comes back out, he goes, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, this is Walmart, blah, blah, blah. I think it was like 2877 or something. And after 10 minutes, I don't know. It's the Spark app. He goes, oh, you got to go to customer service. I'm like, really? Like, why is the app telling me to go to curbside pickup if I have to go to customer service? And so I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'll go to customer service. So I go inside and I get the customer service. And I don't know about your Walmart, but our customer service at this store is very tiny, and they have like 700 packages in this little bitty area. Well, apparently the girl that picked my order put like 5 6 things per bag, but only put one label on the bag. So then they had to open the bags, double check everything that was supposed to be there, put it in regular Walmart bags, and I have to manually enter every single item into my app.
Oh.
Every single item. I was cussing you, Kim. I was cussing you. I was like, this damn Kim got me on this spark. I'm here for $20.
Sorry, Gary. You took a general merchandise order. I tell you, never take general merchandise orders.
It doesn't pop up like that for me. Like it doesn't tell me general merchandise or um like I did do another one because I was like, besides the fact that I had to scan all those at pickup, nobody told me I had to do that. So I had to manually input them at pickup, put them in regular Walmart bags, and I tied these Walmart bags, right? And so then whenever I get the drop off, it says, "Oh, you got to scan all these again." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
So yeah, and so I'm like, I had to rip open a Walmart bag so I can get the labels I did have because I had like 20. I think it was only like 20 items, and I had 5 labels. So, but I tied them all into the bags. So I was like, oh, well, now I have to rip open these bags, scan the labels I do have, and then manually input the numbers again at drop off.
Oh,
Yeah.
that stinks. Stick to grocery pickup or shop and delivers.
Well, my app, and I forget what it says, but it doesn't say general, like it doesn't say general pickup or whatever. But
it'll
what I
it'll
it
say if it's a general merchandise, it'll say in store pickup. Don't do in store pickup. If it actually is like a grocery order, it'll say curbside pickup. So you want to look for it to say curbside pickup or even shop and deliver. Those are like the two that you want.
Yeah, okay, so I did do a curbside pickup as well.
Okay. Why do I feel like you're going to curse me out completely on this?
And these are 2 different days because I was like, okay, well, I'll try it again today. So I went there and it was 2 pickups. One was 4 items, and one was like 17 items. But it was a curbside pickup. So I get there and the guy comes out and I tell him, hey, curbside for Spark, blah blah blah, and then the same girl that helped me the day before walks out to my car. And I'm like, this can't be good. So and she gets there. She goes, well, somebody took that other order earlier.
What?
Yeah, she goes, one of your orders is missing, so you have to call support and have them remove it before I can give you this other order. And I was like, well, what did they take? And then I looked at the items. It was 4 cases of water. I was like, take it. I don't want it anyways.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm like,
Yeah.
here, you can have it.
And so of course I call support, and support's like, oh yeah, we'll take that off there, and we're even going to compensate you for taking it off there, because it was supposed to be like 1.5 miles for, I think it was like $19.
No, that's not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I was like, yeah, I'll do that, and I was already at that Walmart or close to that Walmart. Well, they took that one off there, and so that left me with one that was only like half a mile away. And that one pretty easy. Scan the side of the box, they load everything in my car.
Okay.
Pretty easy. Get the drop off, and same thing. Just scan that one label and put everything on the porch. Take a picture. Done. That one went smooth. Then I look
Okay.
at my payout, and it went from $19 to $6.
Oh, I was gonna say not a good not a good word. And I just said it's family friendly.
And so I've had 0 tips. I'm looking at these payouts, and I have 0 tips. They give me an extra effort and then a base price, but
Some
no
of them
tip.
some of them do not have tips. If you are taking some of the general merchandise or, in-store pickup orders, a lot of them are .com. So you're not going to get tips on those because it's people ordering from online and Walmart's trying to fulfill them and get them to customers' houses. You will get tips on curbside or grocery pickup and also shop and deliver. Stop and deliver, sometimes you don't get tips either, but their base pay is 20 bucks. So I hate to say, who cares for 20 bucks if you're only grabbing like two or three items?
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I did stick to less than 20 items. I made sure everyone was less than 20 items. Like the total orders, not each person's, but like total. So if there's 5 stops, every one of them has to have, less than 4 items, or else I'm
Yeah,
not taking it because I'm not
yeah,
trying to lug somebody's $300 $400 grocery order into them.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
the one last week I had 4 items for $40, $41.
yeah.
So they can be like, if you can get the right ones, be choosy. I've learned also this week that acceptance rates don't matter. I'm still getting great orders regardless of my acceptance rate. So, you know what? Choose the orders that you think are best for you in your area. And, you know, sorry you're not having a really good experience with it. If it helps, like my first week, like my second week with Spark was like it was like literally a disaster because I did the same thing. I went to pick up for my very first in-store pickup and they're like, "No, it's not here." And they literally sent me back and forth 3 times cuz no one could tell me where it was because they didn't even know what a Spark driver was.
They're like a what?
They're like, "Who are you with?" And they're like, "DoorDash, right?" I'm like, "No, Walmart Spark. What's that?" And I'm like, it's your own company that I'm
Right.
looking for." Like, they're like, "Yeah, we know nothing about that." So it's very interesting. So you're gonna have to keep me updated on how the rest
Well,
of it goes
I,
for
I
you.
I have done I've done a couple more since then as well because like I'm one now. I'll give it a chance. I'll cuss you out on the first couple, but I mean, not everything can be just bad. But
Yeah.
with Walmart Spark, it's so far everything's bad.
I am so sorry.
And the other one, this other one, it wasn't too bad. It was 5 stops. Everything had 1 or 2 packages. But like, and I don't think it's Spark necessarily. I think it just might be this one store because I've only picked up from one store, and so I think I need to try another store and see if they have the same issue.
Yeah, I will say I've also found out that I feel like Spark is as only as good as your Walmart is. Like I've had some days where my Walmart is horrible because it's not staffed and they can't pick it quick enough for me to do a delivery. But then like there are days that it's fully staffed and I can go in, grab it, and I'm out the door. So it might just be your Walmart. Try a different Walmart
Yeah,
and see what
no,
happens.
I will say the payouts are really good. Like
Yeah.
like I will tell you that the payouts are very good for the. I have yet to see one come in for less than $1.25 a mile.
Yeah.
And so the payouts are good as long as you don't have to remove anything. Because if you get there and something's not there and they have to remove it, well then that pay drops.
Yeah.
I don't know why they told me they was going to compensate me and they didn't, but
Right.
it is what it is. The,
Okay.
the only other thing I can think of that I learned on it was whenever they give you a package and they tell you, hey, you have to manually enter this because we can't scan it. Double check that order and make sure if it says 2 items, make sure you can fill 2 items in the bag
Yeah.
because I dropped off one. They gave me one, and I think this was the second order I did. So I was still trying to figure everything out. But they gave
Yeah.
me one, and they said, "Hey, you have to manually enter it." It was like the IB whatever whatever whatever, but it ended in 596, and the one I needed was 595.
Okay.
Well, 596 was apparently probably the second one to it. And so I entered 595 and hit enter and took it delivered. But whenever I got to deliver to the drop off, I didn't realize, oh crap, there's supposed to be 2 of these and I only
Oops.
dropped off one.
Ugh, that's frustrating.
Yeah. So it's definitely a learning curve.
Yeah.
I did have a question for you though.
Sure.
Um, because I'm getting a lot of incentive programs.
Use every one of them you got.
Do they stack? Is
No.
my question. Because
Usually,
like
well,
looking at this, it says do two more by five. Well, that one was by 521. Yeah, so by 521, do two more for this one. By 528, do two more for this one. By 6/4, do two more for this one.
yes,
So
they
so
do
if I
stack.
do two more before the 21st, am I getting an extra $150 or just
Yes.
an extra 50?
Well, if you're talking about your first initial one, it's 50 for completing, I think, your first five, and then another 50 for completing your first 10, if I'm not mistaken. But then they had $150 incentive, but it was like one of those, it reminds me of DoorDash. They paid you up to $150 if you didn't reach that $150 threshold. So I don't know whether that's the one you have, but when my first week, they also were offering $10 per each delivery extra, and that was on top of the $50 incentive.
Yeah, this just says complete at least 5 trips to get a
Yeah.
$50 incentive. But I have three of them, different ending dates,
Then yeah,
and so, but
take full advantage of it.
they all tell me I have 2 trips left, and so
Yeah.
if that's the case, I do two more trips, and I
Yeah.
make $150 for doing five
Yeah.
deliveries
I'm
on
telling
top
you,
of the money.
when you first sign up for Spark, their incentives are like insane. Like that one day I did, I think, $380 just because of incentives of alone. So take advantage of every one of those incentives and get that money.
Oh, I
And they do
planned on
stack.
it. I,
Yeah.
I, I
And they
definitely planned on it.
Yeah,
Eh,
definitely, 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 and they do stack, so take full advantage of it.
Yeah, and then I noticed that they also send you it's their incentives are just like crazy out there
Yeah.
because they're like, hey, take 3 deliveries from this store and take 4 deliveries from this store, and
Mhm.
it's like, geez, like I have like a whole page worth of incentives
I
there.
know. It's one of honestly the best things about Spark. Like this, like today and tomorrow, I think it's $5 per each delivery I do. So why wouldn't you try to take as many as you possibly can? I did six yesterday, so I did an additional $30 just on top of what I did. So they add up. Their incentives are absolutely crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I like I said, I'm gonna do more definitely because I mean, it
Yeah,
was. I feel like the first. I'd say the first 100 deliveries you do for any platform, I
yeah.
say you're still learning that platform.
I call it your honeymoon
Yeah,
stage.
yeah. Well, I mean, not on the honeymoon, but it's a learning period because you have
Yeah,
to learn the do's and don'ts. Like I didn't know a general. What'd you say? A general pickup? Is that what you called it?
yeah, yeah. In-store pickup or general
Yeah.
merchandise, or they call it .com in Walmart terms. Mhm.
Yeah, see, I didn't know anything about those, and so I'm definitely going to try and stick to the curbside pickup because
Yes,
that was a lot easier. For one, I didn't have to park and grab a
yes,
cart and all that crap.
yeah. Definitely do stick to those. I promise. Don't do the don't. I can say don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But hey, Gary, I have two other people waiting
Hey,
for
yeah,
me. Do you
yeah,
mind if I take them?
not at all. I just thanks for letting me talk about my spark, and so and
And
how.
thanks for sharing. I will see you on Thursday.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Hey, Irene, how are you? You're
Hello.
good. You're good.
How are you?
I'm good.
I
How
got,
are you?
I am perfectly good. I just got to say, I started listening to you last year. I had same issues like employment and stuff. I'm working like, my job, but the hours have been cut in
Oh,
healthcare. So, I'm loving this. I
nice.
started off with Uber. Then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do DoorDash. All right, I'm going to try Grubhub. And now I'm thinking about after this conversation, you know, on my days off, I make more money doing this. And
Yeah.
then the experiment was for me taxes. I was a little bit freaked out, like how was it? But I did everything that you're supposed to. It
Hmm.
was perfect, you know.
Oh, it totally is worth it. Like once you
Yeah.
get first, you're through your to in my opinion your first tax season, and you get rid of like that anxiety of like paying
Oh,
taxes
yeah. Am I
because
doing
there is
this?
anxiety behind it. And
Yes.
then you're like, at least for me, I'm like, why didn't I do this sooner? At least that was my first tax season. I'm like, why didn't I do this sooner? And you kind of love it even more.
On my days off, I love it because I don't know, I'm alone. I'm in the car. I could do like an 8 hour, and I don't really like to do the night shift for myself. So I'll start at like 7:30 in the morning in my area and work until about 3, 4. And it's great where I live northeastern Detroit area, but I have Sterling Heights area and I have the Grosse Points.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's good. But
That's
I was thinking about
awesome.
parks and,
Yeah.
from your videos, because I have about probably 3 Walmarts, in my area. So,
Yeah. Try. I
question.
always say, sign up and try for any app that you think you want to work, that you think are gonna it might be good in your area, even if it's not good
Just
in your
long
area.
time period. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
You
that
never know
2 to
if
3:30.
yeah, you never know what's going to happen or how it's going to perform in your area, and you might just like it even better. So you never know. I always say sign up for as many as you possibly can or want and kind of work it into your mix and see whether it works, doesn't work, and kind of go from there.
All right. That's all I want to say. I want to say hello too. So
Hi, Irene. It's so
thank
nice to
you.
meet you.
I want to
Come
say
back
hi.
again, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye. Hey, Ravi, how are
Hey,
you?
Kim.
What's going
I'm
on?
hanging in there. So,
Do you have a good week?
so far, just, looking to upload some new content on my channel.
Good.
And, maybe we'll get some money. I got to hit up DoorDash again, get some deliveries. So,
Good. Did you have a good DoorDash week last week?
unfortunately, I can't even afford it right now, though. But that's just saying. I know I wanted to chime in on what they were saying, like, about the Walmart Spark earlier and all that, and Walmart pickup. And I have to agree to an extent that, yeah, even as a customer, I don't fully agree with their practices because, like, yeah, they have all the grocery pickup one place and then general merchandise in another and all that. Because yeah, I used to like order online pickup in the store, and yeah, this is back when they still had those like orange towers
Mhm.
that like all on-demand towers or something like that have lately become nothing but I guess something in common with McDonald's ice cream machines,
Oh,
almost always broken,
huh.
something like that. I just thought like like what if somebody orders like stuff from both sides of the store? Like why can't that just be all in one place, right?
Yeah.
It's like come on, Walmart, like pull your stuff together already and put it
Yeah.
all put it all in one place now. There's no reason why anybody like for a DoorDash driver or a Spark driver to have to get out of the car to come inside get some to get their orders and all that, especially like for GM and all that. Like can't they just like the orange sign outside just says pickup, it doesn't say grocery pickup,
Yeah. And I
all
think,
that
of course,
stuff.
when Gary was saying it, and it's true, the app does tell you go to the orange pickup signs. That's what I did for my very first one. And it ends up being inside there. There have been a couple of people who commented saying that their Walmart actually brings it to their car. And I'm like, I wish that was the case for mine. And that's not the case for mine either. That's what even makes it even more of a pain because even in my Walmart, they require you to bring your own cart. So you have to go get a cart and then you have to go in. And it's like such a process that I'm like, ugh.
I know, right? And what if the customer orders something like some big ticket items? Like, what if they order, a big television or something?
Yeah, it's happened.
Like,
I actually had a television once. It was only I have to say only. It was only a 32-inch, so it actually fit in my back seat. So it wasn't too bad, but a lot bad, I should say. A lot of times they go by the size of your car. I don't think they would give me a 50-inch TV just because I have a Hyundai accent.
I know,
um,
right?
but
Well, I know it's just Walmart's like, just what if, like why can't I all just be in, one place and all that?
yeah,
See, that's just my whole thing, like just my thing, because I know, like, I have to admit, I miss the days when the in-store pickup spot was in the back side. It was like in the back by electronics, like where they used to have the layaway counter and all that.
gotcha.
See, and I know, and yet I guess some people it's like, oh, you had to walk through the store to get there.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
maybe sometimes, like, if you walk through the store on the way to the back to pickup, maybe they'll attempt to sell you a couple more items, on the way in or something.
Yeah, it's true. I used to
And
have in my past life with retail, I had in-store pickup, and they put it towards the back of the store, um, hoping that people would shop as they're going back to the in-store pickup.
that plus it was like better organized for them because I think
Yeah,
like most of the time the in-store pickup orders were like, have they pick that from stock that has like just come in or something like that rather than shop the sales floor or anything like that though.
yeah.
Let's see. But let's see here. Just looking in the chat. Hey, what's up? Oh, thank you, Thomas. Let's see. But on the other hand, hey, always gotta say it. Kindness is always free, am I right?
Kindness is definitely always free. Thank you so much, Robbie. But I will catch you on your channel, and I pop in every once in a while to check on you guys on your channel as well. So congratulations on a great channel.
Oh, thank you. Hey, if you have Instagram, I'd like to, invite you on my
Yeah,
panel
absolutely. On
sometime.
Instagram, I'm Kim Side Money Plans too. So yeah, definitely get me
Wonderful.
on Instagram.
Me, I'm Robbie P2 underscore vlogs on
Okay.
Instagram as well. So
Okay. As soon as we're done tonight, I'll take a look.
sure. Well, hey, and pleasure to meet everyone in the chat as well, and pleasure to meet all those who came on before.
Sounds good. Thanks, Robbie.
My pleasure.
I'll talk to you soon. Such a nice guy. Okay. Hey, Drew. Hey, Tony. How are you?
Hey, how's it going, Kim?
It's
Can you
so
hear me
nice to
okay?
actually have you like in person.
Yeah. So I had a couple of things. I was thinking when you were talking about the reusable bag thing, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't know how easy this would or wouldn't be, but have you ever thought of like just, how you used to get like boxes when you're moving from stores? Just get
Yeah,
boxes from people that are foldable, and then you could just put the groceries in the box.
that's actually a really good idea. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I just feel so bad. Like I guess the customer service in me, like it's like
Right.
horrifying leaving items, like random items on people's porches, but that's what they're
Well, if they're
expected
doing
to do.
Spark, they're probably getting like Sam's Club delivered as well, or Instacarting
That's
from
true.
Costco, and they get boxes of groceries that way anyway. So
That's true. I never thought about that. But yeah, that's
that may be
definitely
an idea just to cut down the thought of having to buy all these unsustainable reusable bags.
yeah. So instead of reusable bags, we'll have, cardboard boxes all over New Jersey instead.
Right. Well, and with the reusable bags, my question is because my experience with them is they only last like 3 or 4 shops before they start getting holes or break the handles or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, how much plastic are they really saving? Because those are still plastic.
I got nothing for you on that end. I understand we're saving the planet. I completely understand.
I
But
mean, my car is also part of that, but I don't
I
believe
love your
it is
car.
100% like really saving the planet. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
a it's some sort of agenda for taxes. revenue streams.
Probably. I thought it was extreme with the straw ban in New Jersey in January, and then we moved to the plastic bag, and I'm like, we're going extreme here in New Jersey.
Right.
I don't know
It's
what's
like
going
when
on.
I lived in Austin.
Yeah.
So the other thing is that there was another thing about Spark I was gonna mention. I can't even recall.
Well, I'm here every week. I'm not going very far.
Yeah, I mean, didn't have enough caffeine today, I guess.
And your wife said she got her mug, so I'm happy that your mug
Yeah,
came in one piece.
she did, and she said it's her mug, and I
She
was like,
claimed
but I'm the one that won it.
it. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad she did her own ride along. I really enjoyed her ride along the other day. So tell her
Yeah,
congratulations on a great job.
definitely. And I do the editing on it, so sometimes she's like, "Why did you do that? You're trolling me."
That's
I'm
actually
like,
really funny.
because I'm like interacting with you without you being here, so like I didn't know you would think I was trolling. I thought maybe it was like,
That's
just
actually really funny. So guys, if you guys have a moment, Tony, the Driven Dad, has his own channel, so go check out his channel as well. Driving in a Tesla. I wish I could drive in a Tesla. So living the dream and living the life.
Yeah. So like 560 more until you do your first ride share.
Oh God, you're gonna make me live up to that, aren't you? Are you gonna fly to New Jersey and like do it with me?
Sure. Just well, maybe it'll be around the gig conference and just like make a little road trip.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Well, I see the timer is going to 7 o'clock here, so
Yeah.
I'll let you get off here.
Okay. Thanks,
It was a
Tony.
pleasure.
It's good to see you.
You too. Thanks.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so thank you everybody who joined me tonight. That was actually, I always have fun doing this with you guys. I love interacting with each and every one of you. It's been, oh, thank you, Gary, for putting Tony's channel in there. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Tom. Thomas and Kim's such a sweetheart and watching us off when I'm off the road for my truck driving. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it. So sorry, I did not get to a lot of the chat tonight, so I apologize. I will get better at that as I am going along and taking people in with the chat as well. So sorry I missed some of the stuff that you guys were talking about. But it's a really good suggestion, Tony, with the boxes. I never even really kind of thought about it. So, guys, I am going to be wrapping up for tonight. Thank you so much for being here today. Don't forget Tuesdays with UDM in Gig Talk Live. Also, make sure Rideshare Rodeo with the roundtable with Gary from Middleton Technology, Hannibal from Hannibal is Hungry, Steve from Rideshare Rodeo. That'll be Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. So join us there as well. And that's kind of my week. Thank you guys. Kimberly, I didn't even see you in there. Miss you, Kim. Hi, Kimberly. How are you? So thank you guys so much for being here. Before you leave today, if you can give this live a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. I will be back here I was going to say tomorrow, not tomorrow. I'll be back here next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Hopefully I see everybody there. And guys, if you're driving, please stay safe and healthy. Remember, kindness is always free. Love you guys. And I'll see you in the not next video. I'll see you next week. Peace out.